Friends and family, welcome to the show. This show is Stan Rogers, and the song is Northwest Passage, and this is a Patreon request from my dear friend Linda. Linda, thank you so much. Thank you for your support, your wonderful stories, your incredible knowledge. I do appreciate you very much, and I am dying to check this out. Now, there's a little bit of information that Linda had given me ahead of time. That this song is basically about Sir John Franklin's voyage in 1845. I guess the perspective of the Northwest Passage, which is what the song is all about. We're going to check out this video. So I'm going to leave the link below for you guys to do the love thing over there and give the original creator your attention and your love. And if you'd like to support this channel like Linda, you could just jump on our Patreon. The link's down below there. You could jump on Patreon for free. You could do it for $1 a month or higher levels depending on how much you can, how much you can do, how much you'd like to support the channel. But if you jump on free, you could still have access to our Discord and a lot of amazing people on there. Such music lovers like Linda. So I'm going to pull this up now. I'm going to pull up the screen for you guys. And this is one of those weird videos where it's like 2 lines. So this is the love thing right here that I'm doing. And if you can like and share and smash that subscribe button and definitely comment down below, let me know everything about the artist and the song, I would really appreciate that. That's what YouTube considers love, because those algorithms help the show out a lot, and I do appreciate your help. So, bring this up full size here. And kids, this channel is all about words and music. So we're going to check out this music first. We're going to check out the video, and then I'm going to do a lyrical deep dive afterwards. So stick around. Kids, buckle up. Let's do it.
For just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea.
There's nobody I've ever met who's had as much talent, just pure, raw talent as Stan. There's no one I know who could put words and music together as well as Stan. There's no one who I know who had as much feeling for what he was doing as an artist as well as Stan.
Westward from the Davis Strait is there 'twas said to lie, the sea route to the Orient for which so many died.
Wow.
Seeking gold and glory, leaving weathered, broken bones, and a long forgotten lonely cairn of stones. For just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea.
Anyone who has never heard of him before, who has never been exposed to his music, once they hear it, just never forgets it. It just gets under their skin. They recognize it instantly as being something so uniquely Canadian, and it's talking about them. And it makes him very special to them.
3 centuries thereafter,
there he is.
Take passage overland in the footsteps of brave Kelso, where his sea of flowers began. Watching cities rise before me, Then behind me sink again this tardiest explorer, driving hard across the plain. Ah, for just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea.
Hell,
I love his voice. That the way he uses that vibrato, not at the ending notes like you would typically hear. You know, that holding that last note, or even if it's short, to have a little bit of that vibrato. But he is like, as soon as his mouth opens, the entire thing has that vibrato. That's amazing. That's amazing. I've only heard that maybe a few times in some really old time type of songs. You know what I mean? Like going way back to like the 20s and 30s. So it's not something you normally hear. It's not easy to do. But man, he's so natural. His baritone range is just so beautiful. And there's like almost a raspiness to his voice, you know, that gives it such like a weathered feel to it. Oh, it's just great. It's the kind of song I could picture an entire pub sitting around with their drinks, smoking their pipes, all singing along. You know what I mean? It's really, really cool.
Passage to the sea.
Hell, I would compare Rogers to Shakespeare. I mean, Shakespeare, you know, he put his pants on one leg at a time, and he wrote in grand and passionate ways about everything, and also falls flat at times. Now I'm feeling embarrassed, you know, but I think if there's any Canadian artist that we don't have to feel embarrassed about offering to the world, it's Stan Rogers.
How then am I so different from the first men through this way? Like them, I left a settled life, I threw it all away to seek a Northwest Passage at the call of many men. And
Beautiful.
find there but the road back home again.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Well, what that last gentleman said, I don't know why Canada would be embarrassed from any of their songwriters, bands, singers. I'm a fan of quite a few, actually. You know, obviously Rush is one of the biggest ones in my book, but man, there's so many. Gordon Lightfoot, you know, Bryan Adams, you know, great vocalist, great lyricist. Triumph. One of their songs inspired me to actually pick up the guitar. I think there's a lot of incredible musical acts that come out of Canada. Amazing vocalists and amazing artists. I have to put Stan here now on that list because I didn't even know he existed until now. And I'm very intrigued. I think this is great.
Back home again. Ah, for just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage. to the
That's wonderful. That was amazing. That was great. I never heard of him before. I never heard the song before, but I want to hear more. I want to hear more. And now Linda tells me that there's a couple of really good cover songs of this song being sung by a couple of artists that I support on this channel that she supports as well. So I think I will be doing those too. As a matter of fact, Linda has requested one of those songs. So there'll be more of this song coming up. But right now, I want to see what these lyrics really are all about here. You know, when I'm watching these videos as a musician myself, I'm always listening and paying attention to the musicality, really, the structure and composition, and you know how they're using their voice, their instruments. In this particular case, I'm also listening to the people in the video talking about Stan and talking about the song. So, you know, now I'm learning about that as well. But let's check out these lyrics, actually, all right? For the first, for just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one arm. Woo! Maybe I got to sit a little closer, throw on some glasses or something. Tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage. I like the way he said that. So savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. Westward from the Davis Strait, 'tis where 'twas said to lie, the sea route to the Orient, for which so many died. So in that ship, you know, those icebreakers, you know, those are tall ships. Those aren't like diesel-powered monstrosities with their big iron hulls and everything. No, they're just regular wooden ships with only the wind to push them through. Amazing how many people died, perished on those trips, you know? Yeah. And you can see it in those illustrations there too. Westward from the Davis Strait, 'tis there 'twas said to lie, the sea route to the Orient, for which so many died, seeking gold and glory, leaving weathered, broken bones, and a long-forgotten lonely cairn of stones. For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage, to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. 3 centuries thereafter, I take passage overland, in the footsteps of brave Kelsey, where his Sea of Flowers began. Sea of Flowers in capitals. I wonder why. Is that the name of the ship? Where his Sea of Flowers began, watching cities rise before me, then behind me sink again. The tardiest explorer driving hard across the plain. For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. And through the night, behind the wheel, the mileage clicking west, I think upon Mackenzie, David Thompson, and the rest, who cracked the mountain ramparts and did show a path for me to race the roaring Fraser to the sea. So Fraser, I'm assuming, is Sir John Franklin's ship, the name of his ship, to race the roaring Fraser to the sea. For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. How then am I so different from the first men through this way? Like them I left a settled life. I threw it all away to seek a northwest passage at the call of many men, to find there but the road back home again. Ah, for just one time I would like to take the northwest passage to find the hand of Franklin, reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a northwest passage to the sea. Now, I don't know. I've never heard of Sir John Franklin before. I don't believe. I might. Like, if you guys tell me what's up with him and I do some research, I might be like, oh, I remember that story from so-and-so, or maybe they made a movie about it or so. But it doesn't ring a bell. So I'd love to learn. I do love learning. So hit me up in the comments and you could tell me what's up with that. You know what I mean? Like if there's anything I should know. If Franklin died trying to find the Northwest Passage, I don't know that either. It makes that sort of allusion to it by finding his hand reaching to the sea. I don't know. But I love the song. I cannot wait to hear the covers of it. And I can't wait to hear more from Stan Rogers, because those people who were talking about him really built him up. I mean, for them to say the accolades that they said, I've got to check it out. So if there's other songs that Stan does that you would like me to dive into, let me know down below. Until the next time, my dear friends, be good to yourselves. Linda, I love you so much. Thank you so much. Bottom of my heart, you're the best. You support this channel, and you support so many in the reaction community and so many artists. We all love you for that. You're a wonderful person, wonderful human being. So until the next time, my good friends, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.